And we're live. Supposedly. I should probably get more comfortable with starting a stream at some point here. And I've got the old secondary phone here ready to check as soon as the stream goes live. That might take a minute. Anyways, we're going to be playing... Oh, there we go. Let me check here. Alright, sounds great. Yeah, so we're gonna be playing Monopoly for the PlayStation 1. I picked this up. I guess I might as well start now. Picked this up. I was getting some Switch games, and they had a used copy of Monopoly. Lovely sound. They had a used copy of Monopoly. I would not have guessed I played this, as a kid. Oh no! Piracy harms consumers as well as legitimate... Oh, well. Can't harm them that much. Oh. Wow. Okay, that went pretty hard. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god, it's rising from the sewer? What is this? Man, I feel we do not have these sorts of, like, excessively rendered, developer, publisher logos anymore. They're usually pretty simple. They don't have, like, we're gonna have our logo rise from the lake bed and... oh gee, this sounds nice actually. Let me turn this up. Ooh. Oh wait, this is a curse. Oh my god. Is this a PC port or something? Why is there a mouse cursor here? Kinda like... Okay. Ooh. Oh, whoa. Oh, well, this is probably... I was gonna say, what do these options do? These are probably in the manual. Should not crack this up, wouldn't? Please see page 23. Alright, short game. What does short game do? Start the game with 2 property cards. You only need to build 3 houses before buying a hotel. First player to go bankrupt retires from the game. However, as soon as a second player goes bankrupt, the game ends. Each remaining player that values his property, the purchase player wins. Okay. Interesting. I mean, this will probably be quick enough, right? You don't have to do an explicitly short game. That's cool, it's an option. What else is on this list? Free parking collects fines, laying on go doubles your bonus, hold auctions for... Ooh, we're definitely doing that. Go around the board once before purchasing. That's a weird rule, I've never heard of that. Huh. Why would that... Why would you want that? Trying to think why. I don't know. Even build rule for buildings? You must buy houses in even sets. i.e. you must have one house in each property before you can buy a second house. Really? Is that an official rule? Assuming it's checked off. Infinite number of buildings. Oh. There are only 32 houses and 23 hotels. May continue dealing from jail. Immunity from rent can be offered as part of a deal. This rule says immunity from rent can be offered in place of cash or other trading items. This means that for a given amount of landings, the player you've given immunity to does not pay rent on any of your properties. Official... Okay, wait, so I click official options. Interesting. So that says it resets these to the default US options. I mean, I've never heard of, you can sell immunity to rent. I assume that would have been like a house rule. But that's cool. I was gonna say before, I would not have guessed I played this as a kid, but when I looked at the back of the case at the store, I saw like some of the trading icons. It's like, wait, this looks familiar. I guess we'll see if I did actually play this. Oh, these are... It's cool, there's all these options. Okay. Whoa, what do we got here? Do I not get to hear them? Do I have to hit OK first? It sounds like it's fading away. Is this new music gonna start playing? No. Okay. Movie options. Movies are on. Movies are okay. So screen position. Oh, ooh. Oh, that's actually quite a bit of overscan. Oh no, can we reset this to normal? Now I see these light gray bars at the edge. Oh well, I guess that's fucked. Alright, let's start this new game. I believe I was always the car. Oh, AI profile. Oh my god, Guybrush. This is a fucking reference. Xanthia? I mean, Simpleton, I assume, is gonna be pretty easy. Let's add a Simpleton. What's simple? A clothes iron. Oh, you just have a 1v1? Cure... Simpleton... Guess we should see what standard's like. Standard, dogs are standard. Wait, how many... Wait, oh, how many are we gonna get? Well, you can add a bunch. Alright, who's gonna be tough? Fox sounds tough. Rupresh sounds tough. Xanthia sounds tough. I'll say Rupresh. I'm going to assume he's the hardest and give him the cannon. Okay, we only get 4. Oh, let's go. Checking memory card. It's there. Nice. I like the 2D graphics. Yeah. Um... Okay, this kind of feels familiar. Boy, maybe we should have picked the short game option. It's been 10 seconds. This music definitely feels familiar. Okay, these are starting to feel familiar too. These like cutscenes for the properties. Are they all gonna be run down like that though? That was pretty bad. Wasn't really a worthwhile looking property. Yeah, like, I mean, it's a... See, that sounds familiar, that sound effect. I wonder why they all have like a day-night transition for some reason. Yeah, I'll buy that. What are the options here? Raise money, auction. I never really got the impression that these were supposed to be like abandoned lots. Like the railroads, obviously not, but the other ones were like just fields we were buying. I didn't really get that impression from the... Yeah, how's that even work? Because... Wait, why did the cannon... Okay, well, I don't know why I have wings there. I was like, why would you be paying rent to stand on a vacant lot? Maybe I'm thinking too deeply about this. Oh, this is gonna be... Oh. Is this chance? Advance to St. Charles Place. View pass go, click 200. Did I pass go? Because this was behind me, right? Yes, I will buy this. Oh, great. To me? What is he? He wants Saint... No, no. Isn't the meta to just not accept deals? I mean... Why on my third turn in the game would I already be selling properties to someone? Just for 60 bucks. I do like that the train is the weird 2D train logo just extruded. Ooh, doubles. Ooh. I don't know what even know how to describe that shape. See, like, why are they all just vacant lots? Why would I be paying rent to stand here? Okay, these are Getting kind of gross. All right. Ooh, doubles. $20, that's it. Oh, I go again for doubles. I don't remember. You know, long. Oh, do doubles. How long it's been since I've played Monopoly? Ah, fuck, that guy owns it. Oh, great. Not really the time you want to be in jail. You know, my favorite Monopoly video... No, I'm not fucking... Why would I trade away my property at the start of the game? My #1 video Monopoly game is the NES version. Like that's no, this is a. Why is there a 2D faucet? But the NES version is so good. The graphics are so nice. There's a great style to it. Primarily, I remember that when you land on the income tax space, like the I want to say Capitol building. I mean, maybe it's the Treasury. I don't know what the Treasury looks like, but it just takes your money and eats it, and it goes and it grows teeth and starts eating your money as you deposit it into it. Very good. Now I want to play that. I don't know if there's a legal, yeah. I don't know if there's an easy way to play that. How much do you have to pay to get out of jail? That's probably... It doesn't even tell you, just okay, it just takes $20. Alright, do I get to roll, or... Hello? What? Okay, hello? Hello? Do I... What's going on? Oh, I have to actually click the Monopoly guy to throw. But yeah, I don't know if there's an easy way to... Does someone else own this too? Is that why the animation is playing? Great. It's going very well. Like I wish it was on like the Switch. No, I'm not. I wish this was on the Switch. You know, NES, whatever virtual console. I don't think it is. So, I mean, we could just emulate it, who really cares? But that would be nice to compare it to this directly. I'm feeling like we did have this. The fact I'm so unsure, maybe pay poor tax of $15? Boy, this feels like a very bad start to a game of Monopoly. I've been in jail, I've landed on multiple other properties, and chance times when the whole point of the early game is to be getting properties. I feel like this is not going to end very well. Okay, well this is what I expected Baltic Avenue to look like. Which one was Simpleton again? The iron, right? I mean, it's not doing that bad. This is owned. God damn it, this is awful. This is a horrible start to Monopoly. Oh, no, no. Yeah, I'm kind of noticing one of the problems here is that, it doesn't even show all the people on the board. Like, I mean, I think there's some icons at, like, the start of your turn. I can't even see them during the AI's turn. But, I don't know, it's supposed to be a multiplayer board game. I feel like you should be able to see all the players. Oh, do these become non-empty lots when you buy them? Because the cutscene I saw didn't have a for sale sign. I guess that would be the lore explanation for why you pay rent. What is that? I mean, I get he's walking, but I don't know what that is. See, like, all you get is these. You can barely even see that one. I don't know, that kind of sucks. Like, the tokens are already 2D sprites. They could have just drawn the 2D sprites at all times. Finally, get to buy a property. I'm not giving away any properties. Stop. I was kind of expecting this game to be better. Maybe it's a weird thing to say about a Monopoly port adaptation, but the NES one is so good. Oh god, the auctions too in NES. I still listen to that auction music sometime. We have to play the NES one. I'm adding it to the list that I don't have. I mean, hey, I did stream Civ Call to Power. Oh, cool. Another railroad I'm too late to buy. So yeah, we can stream that just from PC. I'm gonna... No, fuck off. I really need to check if this is a PC port. Oh, Jesus. 'Cause, like, otherwise, why is this why does it have cursors and Monopoly 1997. Despite using the same box art as the 1995 PC version of Monopoly, it is not the same game. Apparently, it's not a PC port. The PC, the older PC version apparently being more well received than this one. Gremlin Interactive. Was a British video? No. Come on, board. Oh, nope, going right past that. Are you fucking kidding me? Gee, do I pay $200 or 10%? I think I'm gonna pay 10%. Wait, what was that 10% of? I thought it was 10% of my money. Was that 10? Was that? What do I have? Oh, is it money plus assets? I don't know. Gremlin Graphics Software Limited, which became Infogrames Studios Limited. Closed down in 2003. I'm looking at their list of games. They did a lot. Wait, shit, what are we bidding for? Jeez. Tooltips? What are these sound effects? Okay, 20. This is a terrible auction screen. How much does this normally cost? Mortgage value? Like, how much does the property normally cost? I mean, it's not the rent price, obviously. Is it the mortgage value? You know, the... Well, I really need property. Okay, this is really ass compared to the NES version. Okay, I'm just looking at what anything else these guys made. I mean, really doesn't look good. Our last game was Superman Shadow of Apocalypse. for the PS2 and GameCube. Got a 66 on Metacritic. Well, this Monopoly game didn't review well either, it seems. 3 out of 10 from IGN, 4 out of 10 from GameSpot, 6.875 out of 10 from EGM. God damn it. Are all the railroads bought up at this point? No, there's one left. I just keep not landing on it. Let's see. Virtual board game is more sociable, more fun and tangible, fraction of the price. That's true. I mean, wouldn't this have been like a $50 video game or something in 1997 dollars? Clunky and confusing menu system, I'd agree. Incessantly looping background music, yes. The ability to customize the game unofficial rules is widely praised. Yeah, I'd agree, makes sense. The FMV sequences are cute, but quickly get old. I'm starting to feel that way. GamePro criticized the FMV sequences only slow the pace of the game. Absolute PlayStation said the game's graphics were tastefully executed, and the board itself was accurately represented. I would hope so. I feel like it's the bare minimum for a board game adaptation, is it accurately represents the board game. The board accurately represents the real board game. GameSpot reviewer Josh Smith wrote the title is confusing and unexciting since the display fails to show pertinent information such as what properties are owned by who and which are mortgaged. It's true. I can't... Yeah, that's true. I mean, the whole board being barren except for just the person who is moving is pretty bad. Because even in a real board game, you would have your, each person would have their property cards, you know, in plain sight. Point out the majority of the time human players can buy a property for less than half of its price by opting to bid on it rather than buy outright. Yes, I found the AI was different person. Found the AI was unreasonable when it came to trades, repeatedly making offers that no intelligent person would even consider, and consistently tearing down fair offers from the player. I didn't even see what I landed on, but apparently it couldn't have been that good. I don't think a single deal has gone through yet, has it? I actually don't remember how the NES one represents properties or anything. Guess we'll have to find out one of these days. just stinks well to emulate it. Because all the games I've played, so well, except Civilization, Call to Power, have been things I physically bought. Hey, since physical gaming is dying next year, you know, nice to build up my physical collection of gems, such as Monopoly. Oh, great! I discussed physical media. I have to go directly to jail now. Yeah, nice to build the collection. I actually still have all my PS2 games from childhood. But, so I could play any of those at any time, but I don't know. Well, our PS1 games got thrown out. When we moved on to PS2, we used to have a nice big crate of them. And then our parents got rid of them because, hey, we have a PS2, we don't need PS1 games anymore. And now I've been slowly accumulating games I remember playing when we had a PS1. In fact, I saw a couple more I'll probably be getting as well. There's like a Rallycross game and like a Spec Ops game. We'll talk about them when we get to them. Oh yeah, I like to have a little physical collection. I don't have anywhere to put them. They're all just in a pile next to the PS2. I should probably get a... Oh, this is me. I really can't afford to waste any turns, I feel. Great. Well, I've been to jail twice, so maybe this is great, actually. Oh yeah, I want to pick this since I figured it would be short, number one. And number two, well, we played Pong last time, and same as Civ Call to Power, it's not a very streamable game. I was too busy trying not to lose at Pong to really say anything. But this is one, and kind of just be chill. So I'm like, what is there to talk about? Well, we gotta talk about the death of physical media. Oh, well, you know, so I kind of stopped buying physical media starting with the original Switch. Like, I have Breath of the Wild and Ring Fit and stuff, but besides that, like 90% of my games are digital on there. Wii U, I think, was mostly physical still, even though I had a big ass USB drive. But yeah, Switch 1 definitely digital. Switch 2, which I had not been playing a whole lot of, but I was doing digital for that too. I mean, even Mario Kart World comes with it as digital. But, so, then, you know, physical media dying gets announced. Despite me primarily only buying digital, I would like physical to survive. Not even necessarily... Say, like, not even necessarily for the ownership. Well, there's ownership and preservation. The preservation part... I mean, I feel the best way to preserve would be digitally, in the sense that, you know, if you had the ISO file or whatever. Someone sell that guy the fucking Fourth Railroad? Why would... What kind of psychopath would do that? This guy's gonna win the game. But yeah, in the sense that, like, having the ISO on a hard drive or something, I think is leagues better than having a disc, like in terms of preservation, because the disc eventually will rot. Not anytime soon, perhaps, but, you know, at some point, it'll stop working. Whereas something on a hard drive, you can back that up 100 times over into different places or whatever, and, you know, effectively preserve it in perpetuity. So, preservation part, Ownership, I do think it's a good point. I mean, for some games, it doesn't really exist anyways with the... Well, no, it still does, because even if, you know, you're downloading patches or have to download half the game or something, it's still something you can physically transfer to other people or sell to other people, or just otherwise put in any console and play it. So there's still ownership, even if it's a, you know, day one patches or game key cards or whatever. So that part's still definitely good. There's definitely a lot of sentimental / tactile value to it. Like, I know you can get, like, you know, N64s, and you put the... have the cartridge that has every single N64 game ever made on it. And it's like, like, half the appeal is, like, getting to swap cartridges and blow on the cartridge and things like that. Like, with the PS2 here, I like, you know, taking the case here. Oops. Here's your ASMR. You know, have the case, open it up, pop the disc in, close disk drive. So I do like that. Yeah, it's kind of a long-winded way for me saying, even though I don't use physical media a whole lot on modern consoles, I still want it to exist. And obviously, if it's gone, you lose out on the entire secondhand market and the ability to pay affordable prices for games. It is bad for, you know, the console manufacturer to... well, I mean, I guess they don't necessarily dictate the prices on the eShop, but we'll say it's for the for the developer / publisher to dictate the universal price of the game. Because like this Monopoly I got for, you know, $4.97, and I can only get it, oh god, probably 200, right? And I could only get it for $4.97 because it's a disc, and Hasbro or Gremlin Games has no control over people exchanging the disc. Whereas if there's no disc and it was only sold digitally, like, you know, this could still be a $50 game if they want it to be, and you would have no choice. So yeah, definitely want physical me to stick around. But as I was getting this, the reason I was at the store in the first place was to show my support. I went ahead and bought the new Rhythm Heaven game, and Splatoon Raiders physically for Switch 2. So I'll probably keep doing that in the future. Like Fire Emblem's coming out here pretty soon. I want to get that. Xenoblade Chronicles Genesis? Genesis? I thought it had a Y in it, so maybe it's pronounced differently. But whatever, new Xenoblade Chronicles. I still need to play the third one after the Switch 2 patch comes out. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get those all physical. You know, just spite Sony. I mean, it's not gonna change what they do, but you know, more just put money where my mouth. Not even. I don't know. Just to show my support for the physical cause, I figure I might as well start buying my games physical again before they cease to exist. 'Cause boy, I've probably talked about this before, but just the PC-ification of game consoles. Like, it wasn't on PS2, but this is a PS1 game, and PS1 compared to a PC, they're just architecturally have like nothing in common. Obviously they do, like a CPU and RAM and shit, but in terms of like, you know, they got their weird like integer vertex weird stuff. They're like their weird texture issues because it was all like a very novel 3D hardware. And same with N64 and, you know, PS2. I think you got the crazier ones like the Saturn. And all the 2D consoles were like, you have like hardware-based sprites and stuff. Like that's far removed from a PC. Like they're very unique computing devices. Whereas nowadays, like PS5, Xbox are basically just PCs. It's really all it is. They're PCs with very well locked down operating systems. Yeah, I mean, they're all running like, are they running like just some, you know, different flavor of AMD CPU? That's the other thing, like Wii U, like Wii, GameCube, Wii U, I think were all PowerPC. Does PowerPC even exist anymore? I don't know. But it was cool to have something different like that. I mean, I guess Macs were PowerPC at one point, but I would not say they have much in common with a Mac. But now it's just like conventional x86 hardware for consoles. Besides, you know, the Switch is ARM, but the Switch at least has the benefit of the form factor and the controllers and stuff. Like, those are fairly unique. I mean, obviously there was a kind of a big boon of handheld gaming devices after the first Switch, but I would generally say it's unique. Yeah, PS5, Xbox, there's PCs. And now PS6 isn't even going to have a disk drive, so it's just going to be a PC that requires an internet connection at all times, and you know, instead of Steam, you're running PSN Shop. I don't know, it's just not very exciting. It's just a watered down PC. And that's the other thing too, is, you know, the PS1, PS2 era, they're obviously PC games, but they were much more, how do you say, harder to run, I guess we'll say. I mean, I remember wanting to play Lego Rock Raiders, and my dad needed to get me like a Voodoo graphics card to play it, because there were many graphics card manufacturers, not just Nvidia and AMD. So, like, that was, you had to make sure you had a card the game supported, and, you know, I need all the RAM requirements stuff as well. But just PCs, every PC was so different. Games just PC games just tended to be very flaky. And that was the big draw of console games, was they would always work. You didn't have to do anything. You have to set up your fucking Sound Blaster card or whatever. You just throw the disc in and it's running the game. Which PC kinda lucky if it worked remotely that well. But nowadays, you know, I primarily PC game, and I never have issues. Okay, I am running a pretty high-end gaming PC, but man, that's what it looks like for sale. But yeah, I never really have crashes or like complete incompatibilities. Games just run. They run fine enough. I mean, there's people that still have problems with PC games. I'm not saying it's perfect. Consoles are still more consistent, but it's more conceivable for a layman to be a PC gamer, I think. So I don't know, consoles are just kind of losing their draw. I mean, I haven't bought a PlayStation since the PS2. And I never bought an Xbox, so Nintendo's all I've bought since the Wii era. And that was, again, primarily because I had a PC, and Nintendo was the only one really doing anything different from a PC. Also, their exclusives are kind of better, but and they have more of them. I guess there's a few reasons. But please stop asking me for deals. These are the worst deals. I think I already know who's gonna win anyways. But yeah, console's just not exciting. Nintendo's really all I get. Partly because I like the Nintendo games. Like I said, Rhythm Heaven, Fire Emblem, Splatoon. Also, God, who knows what the next generation is going to cost? Because I think the PS5 Pro is already like, what, $900? I think? Which is completely absurd. I mean, I still remember making fun of the PS3 for years. But $599 US. You get to watch like the YouTube hoops for every E3. Man, that's a whole other thing. E3 dying. Oh, such a good era of just companies embarrassing themselves. It's just a lot of fun. But, yeah, $599 US, and that was seen as like completely and utterly absurd. Now we're getting $900 for a console that debuted at a cheaper price. Like what could the PS6 must be at least 1,000. I mean, I guess someone will buy it, but I find it hard to believe that's going to be sustainable or sell a meaningfully large number of units. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be getting priced out of the next generation of games. So that makes the next generation of consoles even less appealing. Super expensive, and the games will be more expensive. How many times am I gonna land this fucking income tax? I'm not gonna win this game of Monopoly. I think that was decided like 30 turns ago. So I do worry about that. Switch 2 is... It's funny because... You know, when Switch 2 was coming out, people were complaining about the price, and you had people spamming the live streams like, lower the price, drop the price, whatever. And it launched at what, $450? And I know they're going up by $50 in a week, but even still, like, they have managed to become the affordable console just by virtue of everyone else dramatically raising their prices. And honestly, this might be kind of accidentally smart for Nintendo, because they kind of, you know, the GameCube was the last time they really put out a performant game console. Like, I believe the GameCube was generally considered more powerful than the PS2. And that was kind of the last time there was ever a Nintendo generation where you could say the Nintendo console was more powerful. And it's had, you know, it's been mixed. As someone who only buys Nintendo consoles, certainly mixed, because there's a lot of AAA games that can't make it to them. But I don't know, that might be a big boon for them now, because the whole RAM shortage and tech storage shortage and I guess just everything computing shortage. Having weak hardware with less RAM and storage than everyone else is probably gonna save them quite a bit of money compared to Sony and Microsoft. Ugh. What? Oh, jeez. So, you know, that might work out on their advantage, being the weaker console for once. I mean, not for once, I'm sure the cheaper prices helped them in the past. But now, like, it'll really help them. And like, I don't know how many exclusives the PS6 gonna get. Like, if it's $1,000+ game console that people can't afford, and probably quite a bit more than 1,000. Like, is it gonna sell enough to even justify making exclusives for it? Or devs just gonna keep making like PS5 games that also run on PS6. In which case that would help Nintendo, certainly, because it's going to be a heck of a lot easier to port a PS5 game to Switch to than a PS6 game. So yeah, it'll be interesting times. Could possibly have the worst generation of gaming coming up. By virtue of being ludicrously expensive. Like, I've mostly been playing indie games as well. Well, it's an overloaded term, but, you know, non-AAA games. I don't know how, well, I was gonna say, I don't know how popular they are with the general populace, but I mean, Friend Slop has really taken off. I've been playing a lot of it with a friend. But, like, you had, you know, Peak has sold millions, Mecha Chameleon was like sold 5 or 10 million, Repo sold millions, so like there's a lot of, you know, like some of these games sell better than like Nintendo, like I think Xenoblade Chronicles, they usually, I want to say they sell like the 1 to 2 million range, very roughly. It depends on which one, obviously, but yeah, they're not selling 5 million copies or 10 million copies of Xenoblade Chronicles. Obviously these indie games are like 10 to 20 bucks, they're not 60 or 70, so they got that advantage going for them. But either way, there's clearly mass appeal. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe they are becoming more popular. I do think consoles are kind of missing out on the Friend Slop trend, because there's just, you know, like I've been playing Peak a lot, which is not on consoles. I don't think Repo's on consoles either. I suspect part of the reason would be, you know, consoles have very strict standards you have to get through to be published or released on them. Like, to submit your build to the console manufacturer and they have to approve it. And there's a lot of rules to follow. You know, making sure you're using the right symbols, or not telling people, or telling people to put their wrist straps on and stuff like that, so, you know, make sure it doesn't crash or hang the console or anything. Whereas like Steam's rules are probably just don't release malware. That's probably the only meaningful Steam rule. And I guess don't get DMCA'd. So it's very easy to make a Friend Slop game and release it on Steam. Whereas the same thing would probably take you months on console. And of course you have to get like NDA and all the proprietary SDK stuff, and does your engine even support it, etc, etc. So there's a lot of difficulties to releasing a console, which normally hasn't mattered a whole lot, but I feel in this Friend Slop era of rapid, I don't know if I want to say rapid development, because they still take a while to make. I guess rapid iteration, rapid throwing ideas out there, that the rules of console development just aren't conducive to that. Like, I'm sure Nintendo would love to have Peak or Repo selling millions and millions of copies on their store. Or Mecha Chameleon. But no, it's just wallowing on Steam instead. I don't know. It's kind of I guess they're probably not. I was kind of wondering, like, oh, I wonder if they maybe loosen their standards. I mean, you look at the Nintendo eShop and the standards are already kind of low. A lot of shovelware from the handful of publishers. I don't know. Just interesting to see such a big gaming trend they've been left behind on. What else? What else? What else is going on? Yeah, that was console. Next generation is gonna be hell. What else? I really wish they would stop. Yeah, are there any options I can change while I'm... Oh, you can't turn the movies off once you start the game with it. Wait, I can't save? I thought that was the whole point of the memory card. Oh, maybe it has to be my turn. They can change the movies when it's my turn too. Yeah, what else is going on in gaming? Splatoon Raiders was pretty good. And Rhythm Heaven I knew was going to be good. And it was. I still need to play more of it. But instead I'm playing Monopoly on the PS1. This game is clearly a foregone conclusion. I honestly have no idea what the state of the game board is. Like, I have no idea who owns what here. I should probably check that next turn. Oh, I didn't even check the menu. Great. Yeah. I'm looking forward to Fire Emblem. But I really liked Engage. I still need to beat it. But, I know everyone hates the story, but... I don't know. I mean, when I booted up and saw the intro... Like the, vocal song cinematic intro. See, I was immediately just like, oh, this is like a Saturday morning cartoon. And when I think of it like that, I think it fits it pretty well. Works pretty well. You know, it's not the most, mature, sophisticated plot, but, you know, it's a fun Saturday morning cartoon plot. You know, you don't take it too seriously. Whereas, I guess, everyone's coming off the high of Three Houses, where they were expecting a deeper plot, perhaps. Well, I'm fine with it. I've kept my narrative standards very low in life, so... you know, stereotypical anime plotline works fine for me. And the new Fire Emblem seems more Three Houses-like, so hey. Yeah, it has the gameplay people loved of Engage, and the story quality of Three Houses. Maybe this will be everyone's favorite Fire Emblem in a while. Oh yeah, they have the Ocarina of Time remake coming out this year, right? I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I do not like Ocarina of Time. The only Zelda game I liked pre-Breath of the Wild was Twilight Princess. And that was about 80% because of Midna. Ocarina of Time, did not care for. I didn't... my cousin had it in 64, I did not, so... Sometimes I would get to see him play it, but I don't think I ever played it myself. But when I tried emulating it later, did not care for it. Majora's Mask. I really liked it until I got to the first dungeon, and I was done. That's the thing, is I just really don't like the classic Zelda formula of dungeons. Like Majora's Mask, I loved the like NPC city stuff. And then it's just like, well, alright, wouldn't you like to not interact with the story or NPCs and just stick around in this dungeon instead? Like, no, not really. So I would have liked it if there were no dungeons. Then Breath of the Wild comes out, which I had very low expectations for. I predicted it was gonna suck because I figured it was gonna be, you know, baby's first open world RPG ? You know, like baby's first Skyrim or something, because Nintendo generally not making open world games at that point. And no, yeah, it turned out I very much liked it. Very, 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 very much liked it. And then Peak got to copy its climbing mechanics, and I love Peak too, so yeah, Breath of the Wild's been a great boon for everyone. So an Ocarina of Time remake will be interesting. Depends what the, oh no. What did I just do? Alright, I accidentally, it's not coming through my soundbar, is it now? No, okay. So I turned off my soundbar, which somehow turned off my headphones. But, yeah, so Ocarina of Time remake. Because it's gonna depend entirely on the whatever gameplay they go with. It's definitely not going to be the original gameplay. Like, it's not just going to be a graphical remaster or anything, because I think Nintendo knows it's too aged to keep it. Because the thing with remakes is there's always going to be someone very unhappy with it. Like, I played the MGS3 remake, or part of it. I stopped at the Grandin Design Bureau because it was a very faithful remake. One might say too faithful, in that I had no real... I was like, yeah, it's MGS3, it's the game I played 50 times through already. Yeah, don't know if I have to play it a 51st time, because I kind of stopped. So that was a game where they remade it, didn't really change anything, and there's like, well, there's not a whole lot of point to playing besides the prettier graphics. So even with a 100% faithful remake, there's still people that will be unhappy. I don't say I was unhappy necessarily, but I just had no real reason to play it. Whereas if they did change it, I don't know, well, whatever means they changed it, or they added new scenes, or changed the story or something, then you have a bunch of people pissed about that instead. So, no matter what, you lose, sorta. So like if they remake Ocarina of Time just like the original, but new graphics, then it makes the purists really happy, but makes everyone else pissy. Because, you know, who really wants to play an N64 game in 2026? I mean, people do, certainly, but not necessarily, like, millions of people. Maybe I shouldn't say that, because the Star Fox remake came out, which I believe was basically the N64 game, you know, polished up. So maybe I just can't predict. I mean, I don't think it will be... I don't think it's going to be exactly like the N64 gameplay. It's definitely not going to be Breath of the Wild. I think it's going to be somewhere in between. I'm not like... Like, will they still have rooms? Will you still have the different parts of the map split up by loading zones? I don't know. Honestly, I could see either way it could work. I'm just glad they're not doing another, I don't know what you want to call it, like those chibi style Zelda games. I don't know, I just don't really like that art style. Okay, you can change the music options, and you can save the game here. You know, let's look at the state of the game board. Do any of these buttons do anything? No. So this is the only place you can tell who has what. Oh, this guy's... How's this guy have more money than me? He's even more fucked. Man, dog guy's got what I need. Yeah, 2 and 3 are doing fine. Me, not so much. I guess I don't have any house. How? That can't be right. Does this really have no houses? What is this guy doing? This guy has $2,300 and no houses, or they're just not displayed on this screen? I don't know if the cursor is the best choice here. Alright, can I trade you? How do I even start a trade? I want this. I want. Oh, come on. I really drag it over. He's clearly the one who owns it. like how the $1 doesn't even fit. They just have it overlapping with the buttons. Wow, really? Okay. Well, I don't think I have the money to actually... Yeah, well, I'm about to pass go, so... Maybe I'll be able to build next turn. See if we can salvage this run. Well, I'm not salvaging this run. Cool. How many times have I fucking landed on railroads and income taxes? So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Ocarina of Time looks like. Be interesting. I don't really know what to expect. Oh, there's houses. Oh, and they show up on the board. See, how come those can always be on the board, but the players can't be? Doesn't make any sense. And like, I can't even see where people are on the board on this screen. Well, yeah, it'd be very helpful to know where everyone is. I can't even just leave the menu without having to click menu and OK. It's like 2 people are in jail, guys next to free parking. What does a house even cost? Cost of each house 100. I need to save up some money first. Man, this cannot be a more awkward menu. Three-fourths of the players are on the jail square. For the love of God, stop trying to make deals with me. Alright, what else? What else? What else? What else? Got Fire Emblem, Ocarina of Time. We do have GTA 6 coming. I kind of had very low expectations, but I've seen people describe the leaks saying the game's looking like GTA 4 plus like Red Dead Redemption 2, which really sounds like my kind of game. Like, I never played GTA 5 because I've watched plenty of it, but I love GTA 4, and GTA 5 looked very dumbed down version of GTA 4. So I kind of assumed GTA 6 would just be an even more dumbed down version of GTA 5. But now it's turning into like a more... I don't really want to say simulation or life sim-y, but it's at least in that direction more so than GTA 5 ever was. Which stinks, because I had no desire to get the game, and now I'm like, is this gonna be a... I mean, I'm sure the game would be good no matter what. I fucking hope so, it's been so long. So like, that part was never in question, it was more just... would it even be a genre I cared about? And it's looking like the answer may be yes now, based on the leaks. But I don't have a I don't have a PlayStation. Or an Xbox, so... the only way I could possibly play is on PC, which is not going to happen, apparently, for a long time. So, I guess I just never get to play it anyways. But, I don't know. That's the whole thing with gaming. You know, kind of feeling like it's dying. The whole price stuff and physical media stuff. What just happened? Am I out of money? I need to raise $3. Damn it. Fine, I'll mortgage it. How many fucking times can I land on these railroads? Oh my god! Come on, man. What is 10% gonna be? Oh no. Well, I'm not surprised I'm losing, considering how the game started. The Monopoly kind of decided in the first, like, few revolutions around the board. No, because then he's just gonna build hotels and fuck me. So yeah, can't play GTA even if I wanted to. What else? What else? What else? Else. Fuck. There has to be something else to talk about. Made a whole stream just so I can play without thinking, and then I have nothing to talk about. Oh, great. I'm sure this will be cheap. If the only human player goes bankrupt, what happens? Am I gonna have to watch the CPU play the rest of the game? I don't know if it's even possible to win. Like, well, I have to manage to not land on any properties going around several times to actually make some money. Who owns that? Not him. 10. This feels bad. Am I gonna thread the needle on those properties? Oh, thank goodness. Well, maybe I won't be the first one to go bankrupt. I want to say the NES one had a cool effect as well. Like, it wasn't flat the way they drew it, kind of like this here, where like the tiles are kind of like at an angle. There's like this weird perspective, which is even more impressive for an NES. Does it seriously only render one house for each tile? Because I'm pretty sure I saw some tiles on there. Yeah. Connecticut Avenue is 2 houses. It's clearly 1 house. It couldn't even render the correct number of houses. This game really doesn't want to give you accurate. Oh, good, railroad. Well, at least this game's almost over. I mean, I could take any of these deals, but like that's not enough for me to do anything with. I'm just gonna lose it all again. There's a lot of houses on red. It's like $100 a house I have to pay. Ah, please. Well, at least that one's not too bad. I wonder if the AI would pay anything for that get out of jail card. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense for them to want it, but maybe. It hasn't stopped the AI from fucking pitching me the same deal every fucking turn. God, I can't let me just edit the deal to try again. Such an awkward way to start a deal. Right. I don't think that's what I wanted. Oh, damn, barely. Where are my fucking cards again? Orange. Um... God, the NES one had the cool like hammer animation building the house. And the God, I need to play the NES version. We're definitely adding that to the list. 3, oh, that's bad. How much is this gonna cost? Alright, please land on my property, on my house. Oh, good. I really don't want to be... Actually, that's perfect. You definitely want to be in jail at this point. Now I just need everyone to land on my one house. Alright, I do not want to leave jail. Please, no doubles. Thank goodness. Can this guy fucking leave jail already? Wait, what? You have to pay to leave if you don't roll double? That's kind of crazy. Damn it! Well, that actually makes the get out of jail free card a lot better. If you're otherwise literally forced to pay. Please stop sending me deals. Like I said, whatever money I get from these is not worth it, because they're just gonna slap together a $250 rent property after paying me 50 bucks. No doubles, no doubles. Whew. See, I feel it'd be good to see what the players are doing. I mean, I guess they're trying to expedite the game, but... Well... I say that, but they're also letting them offer me the same deal every single turn. Like, there's... It's very hard to tell what the game state is. Because so little is presented to you on the board. And like, what did the AI do there? I guess they mortgaged something. Do I know they mortgaged? No. I'd have to go into the menu and click on their character and find the properties that are mortgaged. And then remember them. Please let the iron go bankrupt before me. I'll consider that a win. Oh, you might be boned. Wait, what? He owns? Oh, fuck, he owns that? No, 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 no. Please don't make me roll. Okay, that might be my property. The FMVs really do kind of become useless at some point. How many times do I need to see that one property is a fence and a lot? Nice. Why would I sell this property for $39? In what universe? That's the railroad. I'm fucked. Oh, that's not the railroad. Am I even more fucked? Oh! 90, 180, 280, that's not enough. I only got half back for that. 280, that's not enough. can only ask for one rent immunity. Well, I need to make 253 at least. Have to at least try. Really? That's not a good sign. Think we're bankrupt, boys. That's it. I don't even get to see who wins the game. Just kicks you out of the main menu immediately. Is this demo mode now? Okay, let's see what the demo mode looks like. Yeah. That's the game we just played. Great. You know, one other thing I like about... Well... I guess we'll listen to this horrible thing while I talk. What I was trying to say before, I think, where, you know, some people are saying they're done buying game consoles and stuff if physical games are gone. Which, you know, fair enough. I mean, I don't really blame them at all, but I mean, really, thinking about it, even if I never bought another game again, not even just next gen, like right now, if I never bought a game. Was the game I just did? Oh no, that wasn't Top Hat. Like even if I stop buying games now, like I probably have enough games for the rest of my life. Like man, what do I have? I have Baldur's Gate 3, I have Witcher, I have to beat Fire Emblem Engage, to beat Donkey Kong Bonanza, I have to beat Persona 3, I have to beat Artanelli Co 2, I have to beat Trails in the Sky first remake, to beat Final Fantasy 5. I've been playing on PC. Maybe I should stream that. I don't know. Maybe Final Fantasy 5. Need to beat. I mean, I can just. This is the wrong account. Please. Can I pull up my Steam list on my phone? That thing I can see. Library. Yes, it is. I'll not count multiplayer games. One Way Heroics, I would like to beat that. Yeah, I could say I could beat Metal Gear Solid. Civ 5, Vox Popula, or whatever, Vox Populi. To beat one of those. Balatro, I would like to 100% all the achievements, so, you know, put that on the list. Let me actually scroll down to the games I've never... Oh, Armored Core 6. Still to beat that. Digimon World. Next Order. I did start that. Need to beat that. Ace Attorney Investigations, need to beat that. Front Mission Remake, need to beat that. Yeah, I'm gonna say Master Chief Collection to beat that. Sparky Electric Jester 3. It's kind of a Sonic Adventure-like, so yes, I would like to beat that. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, yeah, had the like expansion or whatever too. Elden Ring, Crash Bandicoot Trilogy, Barony, yeah, never beat that. Xenonauts 2, need to beat that. Ancient Domains of Mystery, need to beat that. Caves of Quid, need to beat that. Sanctuary RPG, Tales of Maj I.O. Nier Automata, oh yes, I have to beat that. RE2 Remake, I have to beat that. Baldur's Gate 1, I have to beat that, and I've already beat the second one. Knights of the Old Republic 2, Valkyria Chronicles, Mountain Blade. I don't know if that really has an ending, but you know, I could make some meaningful progress on that. XCOM 2, MGS5 Ground Zeroes, even though I hate MGS5, I did never beat Ground Zeroes. I would like to do GTA 4, the mod on PC. Just Cause 2, never beat that. Chantilly's, never beat that. Thief, never beat that. Devil May Cry 4, never beat that. East Origin, never beat that. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, never beat that. Yeah, I mean, you probably see the point. There's a lot of games I have, and that's just on Steam. I'm sure there's PS2 games in there I never beat, Switch games I never beat for sure. And I mean, if we just limit it to the physical generation, like I can still buy games now, just not, you know, PS6 era. That's still like Fire Emblem, Trails in the Sky Second. Like, there's so much shit coming out. Xenoblade, Genesis, so yeah, like there's years of games to play. I do I mean, it would never happen, but I do kind of like to imagine a future where, like, oh, all modern consoles suck now, like, consumer rights wise. We'll just buy, like, a Dreamcast, and we'll make games for Dreamcast. Because Dreamcast, you can actually play, like, burned discs without having to mod the console. So, something like that, or other games where you don't need, or platforms where you don't need to mod the console. Like, I don't think N64 you have to mod it. You just, you know, need the chip and the cartridge, PCB, whatever. So consoles like those, it'd be an interesting future where, you know, indies, hobbyists focus their development efforts on that. I mean, hey, it's quicker to make a game on that, for sure. Like, even if it's harder, because, you know, it's a more limited platform, it would still, like, you're so limited by storage constraints, processing constraints that, you know, assuming, you know, if you're full-time, it would be impossible for you to spend, you know, 15 years like GTA or Elder Scrolls time on it. Like, you would have to finish it at that point. Well, long before that point. I don't know, that's why it'd be interesting. It'd be very interesting. To have the sort of future where we just make Dreamcast games and N64 games and Game Boy Advance games. Because those are like the last platforms and you can make a game for it, like, officially, well, not officially, legally, or at least without having to convince people to mod their consoles and shit. So I don't know if we'll ever get to that day, but it'd be interesting. Be kind of neat. Be, you know, 2040 and people are playing Dreamcast games and N64 games, because those are the only affordable platforms now. Oh, it'd be pretty cool. It would be nice if someone could just crack, like, the DRM. Like, for a PS2, I assume there must be some sort of cryptographic thing that stops you from just... Actually, I don't know, because how's it stop disk burning? I don't know how the copy protection works. It would be neat if there was a way to get around it. Without people having to mod their consoles. Just kind of open up more platforms like that. But we'll see. Well, this is about 2-hour stream, pretty good. I was hoping it would be short, and it was. That was Monopoly for the PS1. It was bad. I always feel bad. I was gonna call it a retro game. It's so a little painful. I always feel bad going back playing these older games and be like, yeah, that sucked. Like Jersey Devil and Monopoly in this case. But the NES one is better. I mean, we'll check out firsthand. We'll do a stream. We'll play NES Monopoly and prove it. But like I haven't played it in a long time. But my uncle had an NES, and we would play it sometimes when I slept over. And man, it's such a good fucking game. I should talk to him about that at some point. See if he remembers that. 'Cause, man, that was a good game. We're adding that to the list. We're definitely gonna play that. I can just off my memory alone. I know this can't possibly be some sort of roast in the glasses thing. I think it is legit better than this game. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but I think unequivocally, indubitably, it is better than the PS1 version. But we'll have to find that out at a later date. Hey, I streamed this pretty quickly after Pong, so like a week or two later here. So maybe we'll get around to that, because I know that'll have to be short too. So you can probably squeeze that in at some point here. So look forward to that. That was PS1 Monopoly. Probably do more of these less thinker games so I can actually talk during the stream and it's not just a very bad long play. So until next time, keep on trucking.